some part of your politics is genetic, then the most important decision you make in your child's political ideology is who you mate with, right? Because your genes and their genes join together to have children who have particular kinds of political biases that are influenced by your genetic propensities. But how do you know, right? How do you know, even when you ask people, maybe they don't know, maybe they're lying to you, how do you actually know in an automatic, immediate way what somebody else's ideology is? And for certain reasons, we speculated that it had to do with smell, and specifically pheromones. This shows you why we thought this. So this is a slide where you basically can see the extent to which certain chromosomes are associated. And when it's above, 3 times 10 to the 8th, where you see it's significant, those are likely to occur not just by chance, right? That it happens in a systematic way. And the ones that you'll see, this is political ideology, by the way. We're looking at the genes that are associated with political ideology. This is one of them. And what you'll see is that these are the things that are, the chromosomes that are associated with this are those that are related to smell, that are related to olfaction and pheromonal strains. So we had these intuitions based on these genome-wide analyses that maybe smell had something to do with the way that people were able to automatically determine unconsciously, this is not a conscious process, the political ideology of people that they might get involved with. So we did a study where we looked at facial and body, both sound. We taped people's voices saying, "Hi, how are you?" We manipulated them, so half of them were just neutral, "Hi, how are you?" Half of them were seductive, like, "Hi, how are you?" We also took pictures of people. And most importantly, we did a paradigm based on the wet T-shirt test, although we didn't actually use T-shirts. We had people have gauze pads under their underarms for a day, and there's a particular protocol. They have to wash their hair, they have to wash their body, they wear it for 24 hours, they can exercise, but there's certain foods they can't eat, they can't be around candles and other things that smell. Specifically, you can't sleep with another person or an animal that night. You kind of can't believe people will do this for 25 bucks, but they do. Then they come in, you give it to, they give you the pads the next day, and then what you do is you freeze them and you slice them up and you do various things, and then you bring in another group of people and you have them smell them. And you ask those people, well, what does this smell like to you? Is this a trustworthy smell? Is this somebody that you think is warm? Is it somebody you think is competent? Is it somebody blah, 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 blah? So what's interesting about it is there's absolutely no correlation on all these things, like is this person warm? Are they competent? Are they trustworthy? There's no correlation. We ask people, can you tell if this is a liberal or conservative? Can't tell at all. But you ask them, do you like this smell? Are you attracted to this smell? Do you want to sleep with this smell? And it completely predicts whether or not that person's ideology matches their own. They can't tell you consciously, but the attraction is there. So we had 190 people. We used various pictures. We had these voice samples. By the way, the voice stuff was interesting. We didn't get any findings by whether or not the voices were seductive or neutral, but what we did get are asymmetries by conservatives and liberals. So liberals really don't like the sound of conservative voices, and conservatives really don't like the smell of liberals. And this is the slide that shows this. This is conservatives smelling conservatives, liberals smelling liberals. The M and F have to do with males and females. And it's a little backwards, right? So this one is males smelling females, males smelling males, females smelling. So the people who like each other smell the least are women like each other smells the least. This was a heterosexual sample, I should say. So you can see that there's differences in it, and there are asymmetries. But these are all statistically significant differences where you can see that these are related to people's automatic, unconscious inference about how these things work. The study was very interesting when I did it because the first day we were really not sure it was going to work, and we opened up the vial, and I gave it to my lab manager, and she smelled it, and she's like, yeah, it's okay, because we were kind of like, is this going to gross people out? And so she brought in her boyfriend and said, smell this, and he smelled it, and he threw up. Like, I had to do this Vegas thing on him to stop him from throwing up, and he's like, that is rancid. And I smelled it, and I'm like, it's not rancid. She smelled it, she's like, it's not rancid. And I was like, this study is so gonna work.